Chapter 23. The Complete PR Agency. By Linda Arnold. The Silva techniques have become part of the daily routine at the Arnold Agency. They help in every aspect of agency work, the creative work that we do, business management, client relationships, and help us stay healthy in this stressful business. If I didn't know better, I would think that the Silva people had custom designed a program especially for us. A creative dimension. The first thing we learned in the Silva training was how to enter the alpha brain wave level where we could think with the right brain hemisphere. That is where we find creativity. Many people have gotten in touch with their creative abilities simply by entering their level and practicing as we are taught in the class. Even more exciting to me is the list of highly creative people who have found value in entering level the Silva way and doing their creative work there. Best-selling author of Jonathan Livingston Seagull Richard Bach praised the course publicly. Mental discipline and creative visualization are what's behind the power of the Silva method, he said in an article in Harper's Bazaar magazine. Shakti Gawain said in her book, Living in the Light, I took the course and was amazed. She added, the most important technique I learned in that course was the basic technique of creative visualization. Band leader Doc Severinsen has composed music while at his level. An article that ran in the Laredo News in 1980 said that he told them it helped him to be better in touch with his own spiritual life, and in doing so he was a much better person. World-renowned sculptor Harry Jackson said it brought him the peace of mind he had been searching for. Singers Vicky Carr and Metropolitan Opera star Marguerite Piazza are Silva graduates, as are actresses Carol Lawrence and Loretta Swit, to mention just a few. Intuitive management. The agency business is very creative, but it's still a business. All of the Silva tools and techniques that other businesses find valuable are worthwhile here. The ability to make decisions at the alpha level, to smooth out conflicts within the office, to forecast and make projections for the future, to manage our money better, to determine the best way to prospect for new clients, all of these are valuable to us. A creative business like ours is different from many other businesses because we are constantly being pulled in two different directions. Creative people are open and spontaneous. They don't keep their emotions under tight control because this cuts off the creative flow. They express whatever they're feeling or thinking at the moment because that's what creativity is all about. Management, on the other hand, is about control. Managers control budgets, workflow, schedules, and projects. They prefer predictability and certainty over spontaneity. They control their emotions. When they express emotion, they are sending a message, and they assume that other people are doing the same. There are outstanding creative people who are good managers, of course, and there are managers who are very creative. The ideal situation is to have people who can switch back and forth between managing and controlling and being completely open and spontaneous. Through Silva, we have been able to understand this process better. When we are talking with someone, we quickly identify whether they are in a management mode or a creative mode. If a person is thinking creatively, then we know that the scowl on their face may not have anything to do with what we are talking about, but might be the result of a creative thought they just had. Managers learn that they can step back from being strict managers and use their intuition and creativity to seek innovative ways of managing the business. Silva is helping us to experience the best of both worlds. Intuitively improving client relationships. Someone once referred to the Silva course as a course in human relationships. That's really what it is when you stop and think about it. We are able to communicate mentally with other people. Students in the first half of the course learn how to mentally ask their professor for the correct answer to a test question. We are able to sense how other people feel. We can actually detect their emotional state and experience it ourselves. We are able to mentally detect health problems that people have, and then program to correct those problems. We can work a case on a person's relationship with somebody else, determine where the problem areas are, and program to correct them. All of those things can certainly help to improve human relationships. And all of those things prove very valuable in agency work. We work health cases on clients and prospective clients, whether we get their business or not. If we find out that they have a problem, we program to correct it. We don't tell them we are doing this, because we are not doing it in order to get credit for it or to gain business as a result of doing it. We do it because we can, and it is the right thing to do. We do find benefits, of course. We find that it is easier to resolve differences with clients. We find that we can settle disagreements more easily. We are more forgiving of one another when we make mistakes. And the work we do for our clients benefits as a result. Relax, it's good for you. Anyone who knows anything about public relations or advertising knows the stresses of deadlines, client expectations, uncooperative media contacts, unexpected catastrophes, long hours, the frustration of having your ideas rejected. You get the idea. It is a very stressful business. And stress is at the root of many of the health problems that people experience. Stress can harm your health, ruin your relationships, interfere with your ability to think clearly and make good decisions, and generally degrade the quality of your life. So the first thing to do to protect your health is to relax occasionally. But you say there isn't time to relax during your hectic day, and even if there was, how could you sit at your desk with your eyes closed while you spend 15 minutes at your level? Your colleagues and your boss would think you were goofing off. They would not understand that you are recharging yourself so that you will be more productive. I'm not going to let you get away with that excuse. I am going to tell you how to do it. All you have to do is to use the room that your company built just for going to level and relaxing for a few minutes, the restroom. Go in there, close the door, and nobody will know what you are doing. Just remember to program yourself to remain awake. One of our graduates, an officer of a major corporation, learned that the hard way. He had meetings each afternoon, and each afternoon he had a headache after the meeting. So he went to the restroom each day, went to level, rid himself of the headache, relaxed, and then programmed for the rest of the day to go smoothly. One day he fell asleep and fell off the seat in the executive washroom, and other executives were in there wondering what happened. You can use your level to correct any problem and reach any goal as long as your goals are of a constructive and creative nature. And that's what the agency business is all about. Linda Arnold is founder, chairman, and CEO of the Arnold Agency, a full-service advertising and public relations agency in Charleston, West Virginia. A former press secretary to Senator J. Rockefeller, Linda has been instrumental in the development of the Wisdom Media Group, a television, radio, and internet network, and regularly conducts on-air interviews with leaders in the self-improvement field.